All right. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Brian Forbes, and once again on this first Tuesday, 2023, it is Inside Stepping. Y'all know what time it is, and you know what we getting ready to do. So you might as well strap on your boots and your shoes and get ready, because we gonna chop it up real big. Y'all, I got some great guests coming on tonight, and we are going to talk, of course, about all things stepping, because that's what we do here. We got some interesting perspectives that we're going to discuss. We got some things going on. And y'all, I'm looking forward to 2023. I see big things coming. I see big stuff happening. I also see some other things too, and I'm gonna get into that as we get down into the show a little later on. Y'all, we're gonna have a very interesting guest this evening. Lady Sings the News is in the building. Thank you for checking in, my dear. That's my homegirl right there, y'all. Y'all need to check out Lady when she does her shows. Really interesting content. Y'all get ready for that. Tonight, y'all, we're gonna have an individual on this show who, to me, is one of those who, like myself, puts a lot of effort into continuing this stepping tradition and making sure that the steppers world has quality content, quality events. Y'all, none other than the man Chicken Wang. So y'all gonna get ready for that in a minute. We're gonna have him up. And then we're gonna also cover a couple of the things that went on this weekend. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later on in the show, because we will be having Josiah Burt on to do a recap of his event from this weekend. Fantastic New Year's Eve ball, and I am so doggone unhappy that I didn't make it. Barry Heilich in the building. What's going on, my man? Happy New Year to you, brother. Let me say Happy New Year to everybody, because that's something I haven't done yet. y'all had to forgive me. My days run together. I just be feeling some kind of way. But there were a couple of really nice events that went on over the weekend, and I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of them. So we're going to get into that too. So y'all get ready for that. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let me make sure my guest is ready over there. Guest, you ready? I want to, at this time, I'm going to introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, Reggie Miles. You silly talking about I haven't seen you since last year. You got jokes, player. Unmute your mic there, buddy. He muted out on me right there. Y'all, none other than the man, the myth, the legend, my man, Chicken Wang, y'all. Chicken Wang, what's happening?
Hey, man. Hey, Brother Forbes.
Yeah, man. What's happening, man? It's good to see you, brother.
I tell you, you put great emphasis on that, Jack. The man, the myth, the blase whippy.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you doggone right. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
you're giving me more than I got coming, man.
Got to get him accolades, baby. You know where they go. C1's in the building. I see you over there on YouTube checking in. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Now, Mr. Wang.
Yeah,
you ever had somebody call you Mr. Wang?
I've been called Mr. Wang, Mr. Wing, yeah. Damn Wing, damn you, all.
Hold up. Let me start out, because you a Chicago native. Now, for my audience who don't know, let me give y'all a little bit of background. This gentleman right here, this Chicken Wang, y'all, he from the crib, as we put it. This man hosts what has become a major monthly event in the ATL. It's called First Friday, just in case you didn't know. Now, we're going to get into that part. But before we go there, Chicken Wang, man, tell us how you got that name. Because I'm curious my damn self.
You should have briefed me, because I don't...
Oh, no. See, that's the beauty of live. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's the beauty of live, baby.
And actually, you asked me that question And
You
I
ain't
got about
look. If it's personal, you ain't got to get too far into
no,
the
no,
details.
no. Trust me, it's nothing that I'm ashamed of. No,
Okay, my
no,
man.
it's not. But I got about 3 different stories for it, because it carried on 3 different ways.
Dig that.
And actually, the guy who nicknamed me, he just called me and wished me Happy New Year.
Okay.
And we were kids together at the age of 5, 6 years old.
From the cradle to the grave.
That's right,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So my man Wilbert Mack called me. We grew up in Stateway Gardens, and we used to go to each other's houses for Christmas toys. When Christmas time come, we share the toys. Their house was always the house where they partied at. They played the cards, they drink the liquor, they gave us tips to go to the store. We shortchanged them on the back end. And
of
all
course,
those little things.
That's a given. You got to shortchange them on the back end.
Right, especially when they didn't have one too many, baby.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even ask for the change. They know better.
Yeah, but actually, Kentucky Fried Chicken, it just got popular.
Yeah,
this is the truth. Kentucky Fried Chicken, it just got popular in our community. They put up a Kentucky Fried Chicken on 36th, I think it was 35th in Michigan.
Yeah.
And everybody was running from Harold's, leaving Harold's going to
Kentucky
we
Fried
stopped buying Harold's chicken. We started buying Kentucky Fried. So
dig that.
I always liked the wing part. So when they asked me at his house, they said, what piece of chicken do you want? And this is the truth. I said, I want the chicken wing.
Nah.
And everybody started laughing. And it just, and Wilbert he carried it when we went downstairs to play. He would say chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing. Now, keep in mind, I grew up in Stateway Gardens. I was light-skinned and skinny. And I seen some old pictures. And I see why that name stuck.
Looking like a chicken wing.
Looking like
That's a great story right there. I like
and that's the truth. And then there was a lot of other things that I didn't do. So I was called chicken. And so it just fell in place.
That's what's up, man.
That's the stuff I love. It just carried on all my life, man. I began to use it as a cover up from my real name because at that time,
that's right,
we all had nicknames.
Look, because if you was on the street, you ain't know nobody by their government name. Everybody had a nickname.
Yeah, you had to be in their classroom. You had to be in grade school with them.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's a beautiful thing.
That's how it actually originated.
What high school did you go to?
Talk to the guy.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Wendell Phillips first.
Okay. My father graduated from Phillips. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Phillips from 70 to 71. Then I transferred because I wasn't going to school. And we moved out the district. We moved from Stateway Gardens to out there on 85th Street. So I was in 85th in Aberdeen. So I wound up getting the transfer to Calumet High School.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's Calumet over there, yeah.
Okay. Right, 81st in May. So that's where my later teenage years started. Age 15, I think I was 15 when I moved out there.
Okay, so you was 15 over there living damn near on the 9, you're on 87th Street.
Yeah, I was in between them both, baby. Trust me, I had the best of both roads. 79th Street and 87th Street. Ashland and Halsted.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So give us some idea, man, about your journey in this steppers world, man. Like, because you was around in the early to mid 70s. What was it like for you, man, coming up in the game?
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you, Brian, man, for having me on. First of all,
thank you for coming on.
That's because I normally don't do interviews. I try to stay away because I know we all have our different experiences, and I didn't want to ever get caught up in who was this and who was that and who was first. And I always knew that, hey, be quiet.
On this show, let me explain something. Let me break it down for you. We see here, I don't get into all of the, because you hear people, he wasn't there, he wasn't this, he ain't that. Let me tell you something. On this show, everybody got a story of their own to tell.
That's right.
I don't care if it don't line up with what somebody else said, because everybody got their own story. And if you know, like I know, if you from Chicago, you could live damn near on the same block as a cat and not ever know him.
Yeah, that's right.
Been there,
That's
done
right.
that. I've been up in the clubs, see cats. You see them, you familiar with them. Hey, you keep it moving. Some people you be with, and you'll never remember them anyway. Hear you 20 years later, you be like, man, we was up in there at the same time. You got people you have common ground with because you know somebody. Because it's 6 degrees of separation. Because in Chicago, I guarantee you, somebody you kick it with know somebody that know you later and all the whole thing.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
so
right.
everybody got their own story, brother. I'm uh uh I feel like everybody's story is valid. So whatever your walk in this game is, that's your walk, not nobody else's. Because no two are the same.
That's right. I'm glad you clarifying that
Oh
too,
yeah.
because I hear a lot. But anyway, man, thanks for asking that question because I always wanted to share, get an opportunity to share, because I was the cat that when I came on the sets, well, first of all, I started going to the sets, and that's what they were called. It was called
That's
sets
right.
in high school. And back then, I think Don Vick was one of my first sets that I went to.
Okay.
He was giving a set
That's
over
who
there on
I'm now.
Sixth.
That's who I'm trying to get on here. Don Vick.
Yo, Vic, yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
get
my
Don
man.
Vick. I'm
We can
coming
tell
for
you.
you.
See, Vic, him and Tommy T and them, they threw a set over there. I think Tommy T was connected at the time with him. And another somebody else. But anyway, they had a set over there at the YMCA over there on 62nd and Drexel.
I know
And
the
we
one. I
would
know
we
the
would
one you
go
talking
there.
about. Yeah.
Then my man, now these two cats, I still in contact with them on a regular basis. Don Vick and Bernard Shannon, Bernard Hatch.
Yeah.
He used to give he went to Calumet High School, but they also used to give sets at the YMCA over there on 81st and Racine. So I was able to, because I was I was a gambler at the time, so I floated around the whole neighborhood.
Look,
I wasn't
who
connected.
wasn't?
I knew a lot of gangbangers, but by me being a gambler, I floated in all neighborhoods. So I was tight with some of them
You
cats
know
that
what?
gambled.
Hold on. I'm glad you said that because I want to clarify something for right quick. Because we got audience from all over the country, man. A lot of people don't really know how we roll back in the city. But one thing back in them days that I can attest to. Now you just and I want to put emphasis on this because you made it a point to say I was a gambler back then. Where we come from, people basically had their own moniker. You was either a gambler, you was a hustler, you was a pimp, you was a thief, and the list goes on. And you generally was known for those things that you did. Everybody knew your MO.
Right.
Now, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean that's how I was able to go to different sets without no issues because we was really gamblers, And back then when I was going to the sets, we went to the sets to gamble.
Right.
We went to shoot craps in the bathroom,
Yep.
outside the joint. It didn't make a difference. I remember Mr. Ricky barred us out when he was up on 107th Street forever. We couldn't even come up in his joint because we always started a crap game.
Hey,
but
hold on. Excuse me one more time. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. But you reminded me of something. Shout out to Mr. Ricky. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Ricky kept me from going to jail one time. So
yeah.
I want to take this time to give a public shout out to Mr. Ricky, Chick Rick, wait a minute, Mr. Ricky's Chick Rick house.
Yeah.
He kept me from going to jail one time. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I know that times we hit home when we started calling names. I got you. But anyway, make a long story short, man, that's how I went to different joints. Now, when I really learned how to bop, my cousin, my auntie name was Cam Perkins.
Okay.
Well-known stepper, all of it. And when I used to go on the sets, I couldn't get dances from the girl because I wasn't that person,
That go back
but
to what Reggie Miles always say. If you couldn't dance back in them days, you wasn't getting no action. Go ahead.
That's right.
You wasn't getting no action, baby.
Right. So, because I was a gambler, we was sharp and we shot craps. And, we go in there and we might pull a girl here and there. But the main thing was we went to gamble. But I had my cousin, Cam Perkins, and I would always get her to dance with me so she can, so the girls can look. And she always made me look good. So I was able to always get a dance with her. And that's how I got my first action on the dance floor, was by being with my cousin. So she's dead and gone. And I know a lot of people know of her. But Cam was kudos to Cam, rest in peace, auntie. But yeah, so anyway, during that era, era, my places that I really hung out was the Concept Ballroom and the Sunset Ballroom. All them joints was on Halsted.
Mm-hmm.
And I always hung out at the Skyway.
I remember the Skyway.
And back then it was the Skyway, Concept Ballroom, and the Green Bunny and the Bunny. That was before
that's one
Mr.
I ain't heard in a while. The Green Bunny.
Yeah. And that's when my man Herb Kent used to be the DJ there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first really got connected to the sets and really started enjoying the sets other than gambling, my man, he's still on the set today. Gerald with a G, I got to give him a shout out. My man Peanut. We didn't have cars back then. We get on the bus.
CTA,
but Gerald
baby,
had a friend.
That big green limousine.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we used to call it.
Man, we used to tear the dollar in half and fold it and get two and get two fares for one. You know,
yes,
well, we had all kind of tricks. Cold as hell out there too. But anyway, I rode in a car this particular time with my man Peanut, and we went down to IT. And it was a set down there. And man, after that, that's when I was sprung. I made sure I made a set every weekend.
So you was hooked.
And between IT, Circle Campus, the Midland Hotels, all those. And all those joints, that's when I actually got a chance to meet cats from other neighborhoods like the West Side, Far South Side, and all that. And it was just a happy meeting because we all had one thing in common. We all shot crap. So that always helped too. But that's some of my basic history in the steppers world. I knew cats like, the Dancing Bear, Draper, Tony Holmes, Donnell, the Martin brothers, Randy Martin, Solomon Martin. All them cats was the stars in the steppers. Thurman is still on the set. Him and Herbie. I remember them cats. So that was that era, man. That ran to about maybe 73, 75 at the latest. Because after that, 75, 76, I was off in another world. So
yeah. That's what's up.
Then I think disco came in.
So let's move forward, man. Let's talk about what you got going on now. Because what you got going on now, bruh, is fire. You understand me? I haven't had the occasion to make it to one of your sets in Atlanta, but in matter of fact, I think me and you had this discussion a little while back. It turns out that you started giving your sets right around the same time I left Atlanta and moved to Texas, and you've been in the game since 2012, right?
2012, I gave the first set at the Allure Dance Studio, Cobb County.
I know where Allure is. I spent many a day up in there.
Yeah, right.
Many a stepper set up in Allure.
Yeah, that was April. And I got to give a shout out to my man, Steve Jones. Steve Jones was the guy that was giving the sets first Fridays and third Fridays at the Allure.
Yep.
And I
Allure
just
Dance
got
Studio.
At the Allure Dance Studio, right?
Yeah, I know the place.
Yeah, so that's how I got connected to them. And I didn't even know they was having sets outside of Chicago at the time, because I had been underground for so long.
Yeah.
And and how I found out there was sets going. Don Vick called me because he knew I'd moved to Atlanta, and he gave me a call and said he was going to be in Atlanta.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh man, what you coming to Atlanta for?" He said, "Me and Sam. Sam is going to. He's a DJ at one of the sets out there." I said, "What kind of set?" He said, "A stepper set." I said, "Man, they stepping outside of Chicago."
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's how long I've been going.
Yeah, man. Shoot, when we first moved to Atlanta, Atlanta was going through a lot of growing pains, man. They, like every other city, Atlanta had to go through it, man. A lot of people don't know Atlanta got a little skin in the game. They've been at it for a while now. It ain't new in the ATL like it is in a lot of cities. And I'm talking about, we used to go out on the set, man. When back. Ellery's been around, because of course they from Chicago, and man, we used to go up in Ellery's. And what was the place over there on Hairston Road? It was another joint over there we used to go to. I can't even think of the doggone name of it, but man, we used.
I heard of it, but I thought the name was.
And then
Hairston.
They had the VFW, the one over there. There was a few different places we used to hit, man, and get our dance on, but. The ballroom, the Allure dance studio, we used to go because I lived in Cobb County, and we used to hit that one all the time. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely get it. So here go the thing though, man. Casper, I see you. What's going on? Lynn John in the building. We got a bunch of folks on, man. They loving the stories. And if I don't say your name, y'all, charge it to my head and not to my heart, because we got to keep the show moving. We can't say everybody, but I'm gonna catch you when I can. Here go the thing, man. Your first Friday set that you doing now is so off the chain that you literally got people traveling to Atlanta once a month, first of the month, just to come not only to your first Friday, because look, there's a whole itinerary basically, right? From Thursday to Sunday, right? Give us that itinerary, man. Tell us how that thing play out.
Well, actually, first of all, because I don't want to take all this credit, man, about Atlanta, and I got a bag.
Yeah, but now hold on, and I hear you, and you're right, but just know that name stand out, man. Everybody know Chicken Wang. You understand me? But now everybody know Miss Mary, because see, I used to hang with Miss Mary back when we lived there. We used to go to her sets then, because Miss Mary been around doing her thing in Atlanta for a minute now.
Yeah. I remember when I first came here and went to her parties. Yeah, she a little short lady. But no, I'm just gonna say, Sarah Teagle, with the Steppers Ball was real big. GDI definitely put, far as I'm concerned, put Atlanta on the map. And
they did a fantastic job with that.
Annual parties,
I saw a post today where somebody said, "Please bring it back." Everybody looking for the Heritage Ball to come back.
I'm definitely one of them.
And I'm gonna throw a little wrench in the program too. If y'all bringing the Heritage Ball back, take it back out to the convention center, y'all. I'm just saying, because matter of fact, the last one I went to, I don't know if it was the last one, but I've got pictures literally, because I used to be real heavy into photography, and I've got pictures from 2011 that I was looking at the other day, and I was thinking about posting some of them. But GDI, man, gave it phenomenal. They give a phenomenal event, and I'd love to see it come back. I'd love to see it though in a more user-friendly space like they had it when it was at the convention center. But go ahead, tell us about it.
Well, so I just always want. I gotta always remember, the people who came from me before me, because those are the people that inspired me to get involved with giving a set. Right. Steve Jones, Class Act Steppers, GDI. Yep. Because when I went to those events, it brought back so much memory. All them over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it brought a memory back in my early 20s. And I had been gone for so long, and just to be able to get an opportunity to relive my past with with another vision, it just did me well. I believe that was my niche. I gave sets before in Chicago. I used to do a after work set on Fridays up on 85th and Racine.
Okay.
I don't have a flyer. I just found one of my old flyers. So I had already had experience in mixing and mingling with people.
Right.
Because that's all I always did. I was in the streets a lot. So, you always was people friendly. That was one of the hustlers' mottos. You got to be people friendly.
Right. You got to.
In order to catch your mark.
There you go. You can't catch a mark if you ain't friendly with them.
Right. But anyway, man, it just so happened that time in my life, I needed a change of things. And for that lifestyle to pop back at me with another vision, it was just truly a gift from God. And I'm not going to leave him out the equation.
Right.
But that started with, again, because of Don Vick and Sam Chapman invited me out to the Allure. Mm-hmm. And Steve Jones was giving the party at the time. And it was just such a great experience from the DJ K Boogie. Got to give him a shout out, him and his wife, Shanita. He always would call my name on the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
We got Chicken Wang in the building.
I got some pictures of me and Jay Boogie from back in the day. Yeah.
Dig that. So I felt at home, and I just met all these people, So when Steve Jones gave that first Friday up, I went to the owner and asked that I'd like to take over the party, because I got hooked, And so make a long story short, he gave me an opportunity at it, and everything was moving slow for a few months. Bill Perkins, got to give kudos to him.
That's my
Him and his
homie
wife.
right there.
Yeah, him and his wife.
Yeah.
Did my first
Bruce Palmore in the
DJ.
building.
Yeah.
She can go.
Yes,
She
right.
gets it in.
She
She's
did
a
the
hell of a
first
DJ.
one. And what I was gonna say was that he didn't charge a dime. He says, "Man, you probably won't make nothing on your first set, so I ain't gonna charge you nothing." I said, "No, man, I'm thinking I'm gonna be a hit from the start." But he was right. It did pull. I might have got 25 or 30 people, but it was my role to where I'm at now. That's how it all started.
Well, man, what you
with a
doing is
host of other
thing.
things. I can't remember everybody.
So
off the top of my
tell
head,
us,
but those are some of the
before we get a whole weekend itinerary for Atlanta's First Friday, tell us about your event and where you at now and what's happening with it. We got people on the line right now that's asking. They want the details, man. They want to show up and be in the building.
Well, okay. Well, the what's going on at the present is real popular, man, because of my birthday celebrations. If you look at my flyer, my monthly flyers, I'm always having a host
whose
of
birthday
birthdays.
was it on the last one? I was watching it on somebody's phone. Matter of fact, I think it was Roxy was there. Roxy and Scorpio and a bunch of them came down.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was that actually was Ronnie B's birthday. He was one of the ones that celebrated.
Okay.
Along with a host of others people. You know, we had Wayne from by way of Chicago who lives in Alabama. That's Pony Mac's brother. He brought a host of people. Yeah. Everybody just always draw a host of people. But Ronnie B actually drew some of the cats, Scorpio and them, for his birthday celebration.
Right.
And Jock been there before anyway. But so that's one of the hits for me that it took on the back to birthday celebrants because I do a stroll for the rose for the ladies, you know.
Right.
And that became popular, you know. So that's one of the things that's really kind of happening for us right now. So it's the birthday celebrants and the fact of I keep the ballroom style, the white tablecloths, the centerpieces, you know.
That's so important.
I give away free bottled water.
All them little things are so important, bro. You know, and I think a lot of people, especially these people now that call themselves promoting and all the stuff that they're doing, man, there's so many little subtleties and nuances like that people overlook, and they don't realize how much of a difference and an impact that makes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Tell us, give us the venue, man. Tell us where your thing is, when it is, so everybody can know. Y'all get your pens and papers out, take notes, because he's about to give y'all the game right now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we got a new website that just launched back in December.
Okay.
It was developed by my girl Tanya Harris, and she's Blueprint 360. Blueprint 360. Tanya Harris put together a beautiful website for me. You can go to ChicagoSteppersInAtlanta.com. All one word, ChicagoSteppersInAtlanta.com, and you can see pictures from the previous parties. You get all the hotel information. I have a monthly room block with the hotels at the Holiday Inn Express over on Camp Creek Parkway. And rates are real good. You get the free breakfast, $99 rates with breakfast, $89, $99, and $109. But I got a block all the way up to June of 2023.
Man, that's a
so that's thing. That's one benefit that you can get out of visiting the website. Now, also the website also posts the upcoming event, which is the flyer that will actually give you the address. I'm at the Ivy Center right now. It's at 3510, I think it is, Stone Road, and that's right in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful event, plenty of room. We have over 51 tables that's occupied. We have vendors. Again, we have 2 DJs that I always bring in. I bring one local and I bring one from out of town. So I always try to get the DJs that actually draw those out of town people.
Yeah.
Because right now, that's my mission, is to continue to give the out of towners another experience in
There you
Atlanta
go.
on
Work
first
that, man.
weekend.
You work well. You working it, brother. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm fortunate enough that a lot of people, they send a lot of information my way, and we get to watch a lot of the good videos, man. And we see the stuff that's happening, And I got people that like even like Roxy and all of them from the crib, and I had a chance to watch their feeds, man. And I'm gonna just tell you, from what we've been watching over the last year or two, man, you've been doing the thing, and it's impressive. Now, here's an interesting thing, and this is something that I'm gonna put out there. For those of y'all who need to know, Lady Sings the News just posted the information to Ivy Community Center, 3850 Stone Road, Southwest Atlanta, 30331. So y'all had that. Um, it's one of those things where, and this is, and I'm gonna get into this just a little bit, and we're gonna discuss this even further when Josiah comes on a little bit in a little while. We have an awful lot of events that have been coming up in the last couple of years, and particularly seems like this year we have more than ever. A lot of people are trying their hand at promoting. And I made a point to someone recently where I said, people should be very mindful that if you haven't built anything in your community, like yourself, Chicken Wang, you done put in work. You put in some years, matter of fact. You didn't just show up one day and decide, I'm going to just throw a set. You built something. Now, one thing people need to understand, you can go to, you got people, they asking for these exorbitant amounts of money at all these different sets across the country. But people right in Chicago, they ain't got to go nowhere. They got big events to come to Chicago 2, 3, 4 times a year. Plus, they got sets every single day. Plus, every weekend you can hit any given spot, which means that if you wanted to, you could literally go to Chicago and not spend much money and step all weekend. But Atlanta is seemingly becoming number 2 on that list, because I don't know of any other cities that have as much and as many events going on as Chicago. And Atlanta is now starting to reach that pinnacle of events that are happening. Now, I want to talk about, let's say I decide I'm gonna go to Atlanta for this weekend, right? Hey, Helen, I see you, girl. It's been a minute. You got to hook up with your boy, that Helen Segal. That's my homie right there. That's folks. But here's what I gotta put down.
She's one of the first Friday beauties, matter of fact.
That's my homie right there. That's my girl. Me and her used to clown all the time, and then we hit the skating rink. We'd be out there I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, that's my skate partner and my stepping partner. You can go to these different events around the country and spend $1,000 going to an event, right? But you can go to Atlanta on a first Friday. Matter of fact, you can go to Atlanta on that Thursday, hit Ellery's, which is free, right? Come to your spot, which is what, 20?
20, 2 tens will get you in, baby.
2 tens will get you in. Now, and I ain't talking about no nothing lightweight. I'm talking about some straight up steppers. Now, I ain't talking about no punks. I'm talking about some people that's gonna make the wood hot, you dig? Then on Saturday, you can turn around and hit Miss Mary's set for 15, right?
Yeah.
And then you got a set on Sunday. Whose set is that on Sunday?
They got a VFW set.
VFW.
For 10, normally $10.
So let's see, that's 20, 35. So for $45, you can party all weekend long, and you don't never know who gonna be there, because people come in from all over the country every month. That's off the chain, bro. I don't know nobody else that's doing that. You got it going on, man. Real talk. Y'all Atlanta folks is turning this stepping thing up in the ATL. That's a beautiful thing. I got to get there. Thank you, Helen. She says Sparkles. I couldn't remember. I used to be over there every Sunday. Get my skate on, Jack. And then my man, Pretty Ricky. Shouts out to my man, Ricky. I need to see
Is
him.
he on the line
No,
now?
I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him come on.
No,
He
you
ain't no
got
telling.
to shout him out. Matter of fact, Pretty Ricky, because he gonna cut my neck off if I don't mention
Yeah,
him.
you
You
better,
know,
Jack. He
and,
gonna
and,
get you,
and,
Jack.
and let me say that, yeah. See, Pretty Ricky, I didn't know Pretty Ricky in Chicago, but I met him here in Georgia, right? We lived in the same building.
Okay.
And he used to always try to get me to go to the sets, but I was
that.
caught up in another world at the time.
Right.
But when I did come out the other world, then I run back into him. So
yeah,
actually, him and this cat named Cedric Johnson. He takes all the photos now.
Yeah. Okay.
They did a free set to help me pump up action on First Friday. So kudos to them, Said and brother Pretty Ricky.
Okay.
And they did a free set. I think it was in October of that first year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I really got connected to the Atlanta community, because it was free, and they packed the joint out. And all I did was I took the emails and I got the 50-50 raffle money, and everything was theirs, right? And from there on, I had the connection to the community, So
yeah, that's what's happening, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Well, all I'm gonna say to you, brother, is keep doing what you're doing. And before we go, I want you to tell us, give us your thoughts and your ideas about where we are in stepping today and what you think we're gonna be looking like as time moves on and into the future.
Dig that. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to back up and just tell you that I got a lot of special things coming up at First Friday.
Come on. We ain't got number time, baby. Drop them off.
Okay, gotcha. Right. I got to get the plugs there where I can.
Plug them, baby.
We do the prelims at First Friday. Now I've been doing them for 3 years.
Okay. That's the world's largest steppers contest prelim.
Right, correct. Okay. Peak comes down, and we do an all-white party in June. So this year to be on June, I think it was June the 2nd. And this year I'm gonna put a little more effort. I call it a program now. I got a prelim program coming up in June.
That's
so it's gonna be all white. We got a bigger venue now. It's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna be trying to attract a lot of the a lot of people from other cities to come here to
do their prelims in Atlanta. That's right.
Right, to do the prelims. And so that's what I'm working on now. So the other event that I'm putting together a good 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
A good 4th of July First Friday event, because my party then is on July the 7th. It's right after the 4th of July, but it's the same week. So hopefully I'll put together something nice for the people that's coming to Atlanta for the 4th, July the 4th.
That's what's up. You know what? I don't think we got nothing on our schedule for the 4th. I might have to make that one. I might have to make that one myself. I just want you to know though, before you continue, lady sings the news, right? I just want you to know, Jack. She out here cheerleading for you, player. She got the hotel. She said the hotel for the weekend is on Camp Creek Parkway, which is central to shopping, restaurants, and easy access to highways and the airport. Jack, she got your back. You understand me?
That's my girl, lady sing the news. That lady.
That's right. That lady right there. Don't play no games. That's my homie. I'm looking for her. Look, she got that show coming, man. She got her show. She blowing it up. She doing her thing.
Yeah. And I want to just put this out here too,
Go ahead.
Brian.
Put it out there.
Is that, I feel more of not so much as a person is actually promoting a set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling more of that. I'm an individual now that have somewhere for somebody to come to. That's people of color with a older age group, mm-hmm. to have somewhere nice to come to at least one time a month, that don't break them, that don't take a lot of money to come to, and have a good time.
Hey,
I do more now enjoying the faces of people being happy now.
You know what they call that, right?
At the First Friday.
You know what they call that?
No.
Love.
Oh, well, that's what it is.
You understand me? Listen, brother, you preaching to the choir right now. Yeah. That is why this show exists. That is why the things that I do in my own city, because that's what it's about. And let me tell you something. When you do it like that with a good heart and integrity, it's going to always be successful, brother. Even sometime when it seemed like they on your back. Bro, trust me. Keep doing what you're doing. That right there is priceless. There is no price you can put on that love right there. None. So give us some parting words, brother. You got any more shout outs? Put them out there.
Well, can we shout it out, Helen? She was on the line.
Yes. Yeah, that's my homie.
And her and Gabrielle, they've been with me. They've been with me from day one, man.
That's
they was the
up.
cleanup girls.
Yeah.
They was the raffle ticket ladies. They was the
But don't make Helen mad.
I know, man. I already know. I didn't did. I ain't gonna say what I did.
She'll start crying and she'll beat your tail, Jack.
I know. I knew
sorry,
Helen's
Helen, I ain't need to tell her.
I knew her grandfather. I knew her granddad.
Helen will peel your head, Jack. Don't play no game.
I already know. Yeah. But I was tight with her grandfather. Her grandfather had Joe Siegel's Jazz Showcase right there on Bellbow Street, right there in the Blackstone Theater. So when we was young, we used to hang out down there. And that was Helen's granddaddy. So that's how me and Helen really connects.
Dig that. Yeah. That's my home team right there.
Can't get enough of her. But shout out to the First Friday crew. Jackie O is part of it. I got a whole host of people now. Helen, Gabrielle, Tanya, Soy, Lil Joyce, my son Skeeter. Oh my goodness! I hate to start calling names because then you forget them.
And you forget somebody, they're gonna be, hey, you better do like me and put that disclaimer out there. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. Sometimes
we got Becky. Can't forget about Becky.
Marquita V. Hill said, "Go to Step All About It for your Atlanta stepping information." So y'all make sure y'all check that out.
Yeah. Also you can go. You also can go to First Friday. Let me get this in. First Friday Steppers Steppers page. First Friday group page. Send us become a member. You get a whole lineup of things of all around the country that's got to deal with stepping.
There you go. And of course, let's not forget
page,
Chicago
Facebook.
Stepping in Atlanta.com.
Yeah. And again, keep in mind, Chicago Steppers in Atlanta.com for the website.
That's right. Well, man, listen, I appreciate you, brother, for coming on. Anytime, my brother, you are welcome to return. If you got information you want us to put out there, I'm here for you, my man, because I love what you're doing. I love the energy. I love the love that you put into what you're doing. Because let me tell you, man, it's a whole lot of folks out here. Kim Bowie in the building. I see you, my brother. Kim Bowie said, "What's up,
buddy, too, brother Ken Bowie, my man."
I love the fact that you putting love into what you do, brother, because let me tell you, it's a lot of people out here. I think they got a lot of misconceptions about what this is, why this is, and how this is going to move forward. And unless you love this thing, there's always going to be a struggle. I haven't seen anybody be able to turn this 100% into a business. You better have some love for this. And if you love it the way we do, the necessities will follow. And when I say necessities, I mean the capital to make it keep going will present itself, but you got to have love for this before you get that paper. Understand that.
That's right. And and you asked me something earlier, and I didn't really answer.
Come on.
Some of my ingredients, and I forgot to mention my main ingredient is that the fact is I try to keep a lot of the originality there.
Man.
Coming from the ambiance to the music to the attire.
Speak on it.
That's my glue, and that's one thing that's in my heart, and that's been my experience that always kept a set long lasting, and that's because the era that I come up in, Now, I don't have nothing against how anybody does theirs, that's theirs, and I'm not trying to critique them. Right. But I know the ones that keeps the originality in there, they get that longevity. Man. I look at Cheryl at the Grand Ballroom every Sunday, every fourth Sunday. Every time I'm back in Chicago, I make sure that I, like you say, making it on First Friday in Atlanta. Yep. I'm gonna make sure I make a fourth Sunday.
Yeah, I try to hit my spots when I get home. When I'm at home, whoever having a set, I'm there. I'm in the building. I'm in the house.
But I love the originality. So that's just one of my ingredients that I try to keep on with First Friday.
Well, I love everything that you're saying, brother. You are preaching to the choir, to the quintessential choir, my brother. You most certainly are. So you got anything else you want to drop out here before we
No,
go?
that's it, man. I much love and respect to you and everybody else, and I'm again. Thank you for having me on,
Well, I
and I
appreciate
hope
you coming on.
I reach somebody out there, and anybody can call me too, 770-882-8964. I'm a people person,
There you go.
and I don't mind answering any questions or giving any info about me, because I know being transparent always helps the connection as well.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? You just reinforced something my mama told me today. My mama called me today and we was talking and she said, well, because she watches this show, and she told me, she say, if you help one person, you did your job. And she said,
That's
from what I can tell, you do that every time you do your show. So boom, there you go. You like you said, you reach somebody, bro, you did your job. That's all I can tell you. I know you reached somebody. We got about 100 people on the line across these platforms, all the way across the platforms, and I know you touched somebody. Somebody showing up on First Friday because of this show right here, because of what you said today. Believe that. All right, man. Chicken Wang, I appreciate you, brother. I want you to have a fantastic evening, man. Happy New Year, and we're gonna catch you on the other side of the game.
My man. On earth.
And don't let me catch you on your knees with them rocks in your hand, play. I'm gonna have to see.
I stand up now. I can't bend over no more, Jack.
Okay, all right.
Hard to get up.
Let me catch you on that float, Jack. I'm gonna have to throw them things with you, you dig? We're gonna roll them rocks, you feel me? All right, man. You have a good night, brother.
All right, much love and respect.
Same
now
to
I
you.
want to stay on and watch the rest of the show. So
all you gotta do is just you can follow it on your phone, follow it on your computer.
My man.
All right. Peace, y'all.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Much love and respect, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring on my man Josiah Burt. So get ready for that. In the meantime, I'm gonna drop a few of upcoming events to get Joe on the line, because we're going to be, and I'm only gonna talk about the January, February stuff, because we got so much stuff going on this year, y'all. It's a lot happening, and we want to make sure that we cover everything. And I ain't gonna talk about it all in one show. But here, we will be in Houston, January 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Matter of fact, before I even do that, let me go back. Next weekend, January 7th, we will be in Houston. Now, we won't be broadcasting, but we will be in Houston, Texas, with my girl Tracy Mayfield Lacey and the Faces of Houston. DJ Shorty Smooth will be on the ones and twos. It's going to be at Angels Event Center. That's my girl. She just opened up that spot. Beautiful place, man. We have a really good time in there. It's 9715 Telephone Road, $20 at the door. You can get that information on Tracy Lacey's page, Tracy Mayfield Lacey, or you can call her number at 713-454-3747. That's my homie right there. That's my home girl. So we're going to definitely be in the building for that. Then we'll be right back in Houston the following weekend for the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. The Quintessential Affair Martin Luther King weekend in Houston, Texas. Now, they got instructors for this event. It's going to be Snoopy King, Queen Jody, Coach Misty. The host MC is comedian Brady Bob. DJs Raven, Ebony D, Sexy Stevie Ray, and you can get your tickets for this event. Let me see. On the 12th, it's going to be Get In Where You Fit In at the O2 Lounge. 13th, Blazers, Boots, and Bling at the Host Hotel. The 14th, Corsets and Bow Ties for the main event, y'all. There's going to be a day set. All of that's at the Host Hotel. And on the 15th, the farewell set is also at the Host Hotel. The Host Hotel is Holiday Inn Express, Staybridge Suites, Galleria area, 2351 West Loop South, 77027. And the reservation group code is QSS. So y'all check that out. We're going to have a good time at that event. I'm looking forward to that one. My wife is producer lady supposed to be getting her corset ready. So y'all, that's going to be interesting. Because I haven't seen her wear a corset in who knows how long. So that in itself will be very, very interesting, y'all. We're going to get Joe on the line right quick and get him so we can discuss his event from the weekend, because it was bananas, y'all. I'm sorry we weren't able to be there because, of course, Southwest Airlines managed to cancel our flight. You know how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to you another man, myth, and legend, my homie, Mr. Josiah Burt. What up, dog?
What's up, homie? What you doing, B?
Man, you know how we do.
I was just gonna call you. See when you still gonna call me.
Yeah, well, you know, come on, man. It's showtime, baby. You know what it is.
Right. What's been happening?
Man, that's what I call to find out from you. I heard you
talk
had
Chicken
I heard
Wing.
you
You
had
talk
the
Chicken Wing.
bomb baller set this weekend that I missed. What's good,
Oh.
baby?
Man, hey, it turned out better than I thought it would.
See, that's because you underestimated yourself, brother. That's all that is. Listen, let me tell you something.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't know if I underestimated myself. I guess I just underestimated the place that I live and the people, that I know that came out and supported. Man, it was nice, man. I was surprised. I didn't expect no more about myself, my 50, 60 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because of where I'm at.
Right.
Almost had 200.
Told you.
So that was cool for me.
I told you. Yeah. See, but man, listen. Here's the thing, man. When it comes to these events and like I was just, we just had Chicken Wing on a little while ago, man, from the A.
Right.
And one thing that's a common thread in what you do, in what he does, and what a lot of people around the community still do that escapes far too many. And that is that you love this. You do this with a passion. There's a difference in people who do this with a passion and people who just do this because they think they're going to get a buck, because they think they're going to get popular, because they think, somebody going to, be on some see me stuff, And
right.
When you have that love, brother, you build it and they going to come. And the bottom line is you built it and they showed up. And not only did they show up, they showed out. Michael Samsonite in the building, DJ Samsonite.
Yeah, I tripped because, like everybody. And then after they got going, the place was nice. Everything was good. People talking about, man, you got to keep this up. Because at first I was like,
Yeah, I know you was talking that. I ain't doing this. It's too much work. Nah, bro. We ain't letting you off the hook like that.
And this is work. Putting stuff like that together. I never said I couldn't do it. I just didn't want to do it. Because, so many parties, different places, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can't make every party. And things getting expensive now because, travel and all that kind of stuff too. But I told people, look, if you can come, man, come on out, hang out with us. If you can't, man, I understand. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna give you an official apology from me and my spouse that we weren't able to be there to no fault of our own. Good old particular airline out there dropped the ball and canceled our flight, and it just kind of put a wrench in our whole program.
Hey, can I say it? Because I ain't got no show.
You can say whatever you want, bro.
I ain't got no show, man. Southwest needs to apologize to people, man.
They apologizing to me real well, so I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay, we gonna drop that one and get on something else.
Right, and here's what I want to get on since we talking about money, bruh. Your event was probably one of the most cost-effective events of the year. There are a handful. Because one thing that I know at this particular point in the promoter's handbook, it doesn't require $150 or $200 to go have a good time at a stepper set out of town. How much was your event, Joe?
$25.
How much?
$25.
$25. A $25 New Year's Eve event with at least 200 steppers in the same room with Pony Mac on the ones and twos. The venue was beautiful, by the way, from what I saw.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, y'all. Beat that. If you could beat that, who could beat that? That's the price of an event in a city. Come on now. Come on, bro. Show them how it's done, Joe. You say it was work, but show them how it's really done. What?
No, I'm saying he had food.
Yeah. Oh. And you had food. Oh. And you had food?
Yeah, somebody,
How
a few
much
people
was
looked at me and said, dude, how you got food like this and it only cost $25?
Damn it, boy.
The team put it together.
Nah. That's what you call giving an event. And why? Because like me and Chicken Wang just got through talking about, you built something in your community. You are a contributor to the dance and the culture. When you do these things, it becomes that much easier. Even though we know it was work behind the scenes and everything, but damn it,
Right.
you make it look good.
Try, man. I want to make sure if I'm gonna do it, man, that everybody come there gonna have some fun, man. Everybody came and had some fun, man. I mean, it was a trip. Had people came from Chicago. Let me see if I can get this right. People came from Chicago, St. Louis, Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama,
Yep.
Alabama,
Texas.
Texas, Houston, Memphis, what's that? Pensacola, Florida.
Man.
Came from Toledo and Dayton. Man, I was old man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Ohio, man.
You killed the game. You did a fantastic job. Your first run, that was pretty doggone good. And on New Year's, when everybody else got something to do, and you drew the crowd, man. That's a beautiful thing, Joe. Congratulations, man. Oh, and let me not forget, happy anniversary to you and your wonderful wife.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
Yes,
it was
sir.
10-year anniversary.
For those of y'all who were paying attention to the show on New Year's Eve and we saw them dancing on the floor together individually, that was their anniversary dance. 10 years, y'all.
That was a slick move. Man. I didn't know we was gonna do that because I didn't dance.
I saw you looking crazy when they called you up there.
Yeah, what it was. I mean, I'm check this out. You throw an event, I'm working.
Joe said, I'm working.
Yeah, that's not for me to dance. This not a dance. This not me going to a party and getting my dance on. This me working, make sure everybody's dancing, having fun, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what it was for me. And then she come and tell me, we finna dance. I said, man, my mind is not on no dancing.
Right.
So if she'd have told me we gonna dance, then I'd have kind of, had the dance tuned in, but I had work tuned in more than anything.
So basically, man, everything went well then. You had a great weekend.
And we will. I mean, the only hiccup I like to apologize to people for is the hotel, because it's right by one of the hotels is right by the base. Well, all of them are right by the base.
Hold on. You got to be clear with the people out here because everybody don't know. The hotel was next to a military base, y'all. Now go ahead.
Yeah, all the hotels are next to a military base, and what it was because of the problems they had on the base, the key the car, the room keys, they had a little problem with that. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna talk to them, make sure y'all got that hooked up for next year, got it right, so we come back and do the same thing.
Right. Okay, man. That's
not this year.
All I gotta say is I'm glad to hear that you're gonna do it again.
Yeah. I mean, so many people talking about, man, you better do it. Then, matter of fact, Pony Mac and Patrick Moore down in Memphis talking about, don't worry about
Pat.
They got to do. We'll come down here and do it for you. We'll do it.
And I got you. Long as these airlines don't stick me up again, I'm there. Because listen, I've been planning for 6 months to be there, Jack, and
in the last, hey man, but see, that's the thing, man. Real life is a beast,
ain't it?
You don't see nothing coming, and all of a sudden, poof, it's in your face.
Well,
so I mean, you did what you do, bro.
Yeah, they hit me back. They hit me back. I had to give them credit. They hit me back with my paper, plus a voucher, plus a whole bunch of points. So I ain't tripping.
That's a beautiful thing.
They took care of the business, so I ain't mad at them. I'm gonna let it be because everything happened the way it's supposed to. Whatever that means, it is what it is. But the main thing. So man, how's wifey feeling, man? Behind all of this, she obviously enjoyed herself. Was she cool with the repeat? She cool with the
Yeah, they want to do it. The people here want to do it. Then she's sending out thank yous on Facebook to people and stuff, man. And I got some pictures from the point. I ain't put I put stuff on there, but I forgot the last little picture. I'm gonna put them on there tomorrow.
That's what's happening.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, Joe, while I got you on here, I want to talk about a couple of the events that went on this weekend too.
Okay.
The first one I want to talk about is All Girl Productions in Dallas. Now,
Okay, I heard about that.
I was one of the people that was instrumental in helping them to pull that event together. And I can tell you from the pictures alone, the venue was beautiful. The event was beautiful. This was their first event as well. And now I want to reflect back to the same thing I just said to you about your event. Their cost, and this was if you were there Friday, Saturday, their overall cost for those 2 days was $75. Now, if you only wanted to come on Saturday, it was $45. But let me tell you, the meal that they had, I think I've paid more than $75 for a plate like that at a good restaurant. And everybody that I saw straight out said the food was phenomenal. They did a fantastic job with that event in Dallas.
Good stuff, man.
Props to them for that.
Hats off to them for that work, bro.
Now, I want to go to the ISDC event this weekend. International Swing Dance Championships in Houston this weekend. Now, for those of you who don't know, they have this event every year where they have different dance genres all come to one place and showcase their dance. And to skip, but Dallas Brown say the food was off the chain. That's right. That's right. You were there, Dallas. Thank you for chiming in.
Yep.
And as of late, I had some conversations with a few steppers who are rooted in the stepping game, who felt some kind of way about this event this weekend. However, I did see some of our stepping family. Let's see, we had Sean Ballantyne was there. Drury Alexander was there. We saw Tori. She was there. Who else? It was several of our stepping family there, and they put on one hell of a show. Gino Spears, I believe. Taylor Raymond. Yeah, Taylor Raymond. And from what I could tell, from what I saw, they put on a hell of a show. And now here, I'm gonna put you on the spot, Joe. Somebody was complaining, saying that we should not be, I guess, fraternizing, if you will, with these other dancers. However, it appears to me that stepping is becoming the dance for us. It appears to me that this dance is beginning to move around the country and into other areas that may cause some drama, if you will, in the future with the dance. Do you have any thoughts about stepping being a part of what is being referred to as a swing dance championship?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
That's almost like saying putting stepping with salsa.
Mm-hmm.
Putting with country and western.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Putting stepping with the waltz. See, this what people have a problem. I guess because you got black people doing swing. Now, and I'm speaking, let me tell you how I'm speaking. I'm speaking because before, like by 2003, before I knew stepping was starting to move around the country, well, I lived in Texas, and they had swing out, and I said, well, let me try this. You know what I'm saying? I went to a few classes trying to get into it, and it didn't suit me because it don't have the soul
The
that's
swag.
stepping. Yeah, it don't have that swag. It don't have the dance was kind of created. Well, I guess for all ethnicities.
Mm-hmm.
So it runs off a basic count and a basic step.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more so I guess a bland step because a lot of as you say, a lot of white people don't have a lot of rhythm and stuff.
Right.
For black people too. Well, this dance here was created straight by blacks.
Mm-hmm. Right. Stepping.
Growing up in Chicago with all the vibe, with all the soul, with all the swag. I guess the word swag, everything that you can think of under being cool when it comes to dancing. And more black people take to it. Mm-hmm. Well, what the problem was in Texas was, I'm gonna say it like this here. You had some people were stepping that went down to Texas and got to running their mouth the wrong way.
Yeah.
And talking about stepping is gonna take over, stepping gonna do this, and stepping this, that, and the other. And what you did amongst your own people, you created a rift that should have never been.
Mm-hmm.
Swing out is swing out. Two-step is two steps, and stepping is stepping. People that want to step, let them step. People that want to swing, let them swing. People want to two-step, let them two-step. But don't put the people at odds with each other saying which dance is the best.
Right.
Because that's a combination. That's not good. And then when you talk about, well, let's put them together. No, they ain't supposed to go together. Mm-hmm. They different dances with a different genre of music.
Right.
The music styles are different. And again, why? Because we all black, so we should all be the same doing. No, that's not how this goes. Mm-hmm. And I guess some people look at it from their perspective because stepping is more across the country than swing is. Swing is big in Texas. I think it's kind of big in California because they had a competition. It's in a few places, but it's not like the little stepping communities. And the thing is about stepping, it's not really, I guess, organized like swing is with the committees and all the stuff that the swing has. You see what I'm saying?
A lesson could be taken from that.
Yeah. But it's a powerful swing is a powerful dance. I've watched people swing. Hey, it's a nice dance. Mm-hmm. It's just not for me. Because I guess people grow up swinging. I grew up stepping. So I stay on what I like and what I do.
Lane. Right.
And what I'm saying is because I tried swing. Mm-hmm. I'm speaking like some people, oh, no, I don't like that, man. It ain't this, that. No, it's a nice dance. It just doesn't fit me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because even when I lived in Texas, I had some people say, well, man, look here. If you come out and support us, we'll support you. And I said, well, no, I don't need y'all to support me from that perspective. It's like one hand wash the other. No, I'm going to go out and I'll find people that want to step. You go out, you find people that want to swing. You can stay on your side and I'll stay on my side.
That's right.
I said, because like I said, it always goes back to me. This is like me going to the people that do the Cotton Eye Joe or salsa or merengue, whatever it is they do, and say, come on, y'all, let's put our stuff together and let's do the same dance. No, different kind of music.
Right. Well, I have a prediction. I think stepping is taking over. That's just me. I think the stepping is not it is already popular or becoming more popular, but I think that it's going to become like it's going to go to another level between 23 and 24. That's my prediction. Y'all heard it here first.
How about we say it like this here? Let's not say like it's taking over. Let's say it's coming more to the forefront.
Okay.
If
you want to be politically correct, I'm with that.
Yeah. When you say take over, it's like it's a power move for them, for the take over.
No. I don't because you're right. It may be bad choice of words. However, I think that the dominance of it is becoming more apparent. Let me put it that way.
But you know what though? Just like even speaking on that level of what you're talking about, I think more black men from swing wouldn't mind stepping. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this, but it's people in stepping who kind of put a block on that for them to come in because they come from being taught a structure in swing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? A basic structure. Well, watch this. And that basic structure, I don't know how long swing been around, but that basic structure has never changed.
It's got some decades on it. They've been
You know
around,
what I'm saying?
right? And you're right, and they have kept they have stuck to their thing instead of people coming in and talking about, let's change it, let's do this, let's do that. Yeah.
Now your personal skill set and your personal style to anything is you.
But their basic steps are the same.
Foundation, and they stick with their foundation. Now we get all these people from everywhere coming into stepping, and every time you turn around, they talking about, evolve. No, we don't need you. We didn't evolve for us. We need to. You got dancers that's been around 300 or 400 years that ain't changed. Why y'all keep trying to change stepping? Is it that powerful, or is it that you trying to be creative and make money? Because when you do,
you trying to adjust to something that you don't want to learn the right way,
right? Or you don't know how to learn the right way, or the people are not teaching you the right way. Because I know people teach bits and pieces, but that's why you probably will get more guys from swing if they go ahead and put a basic structure. Because I'm gonna give you an example. I've seen some guys go to a stepping class, right? And the way they teach men in stepping, they saw it and didn't like it. Why? Because you ain't giving them nothing. They do more in swing dance. So when they go to swing, they doing more in the dance versus when you bring them into stepping, they ain't doing nothing. But you sticking them by themselves in the corner talking about learning this basic step, and they quit. That's why it's hard. Because like this, how people do swing dance and step, and they call it sweeping.
Yeah, well, they probably feel boring to them to come from,
the way
all that movement to slowing it down.
Yeah, because like I said, they basic system, they are interacting with the women while they learning. Stepping, they take the guys and stick them separate. You think they ain't gonna quit? But I think if the basic system of this dance come out the way it's supposed to, you're right. More swing guys will get into it. More swing guys will get into it. Let me clown for a minute. Let me get kind of messy real quick.
Go on.
Tell John Seeger he want to get stepping the right way from the foundation. Tell him come see me.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, he'd be a beast. He would be a beast.
Yeah.
Stepping.
Hey, listen. Let me say, this is the thing. That I guess from my perspective, that's still a young man.
Yep.
Listen to me. Tall, good-looking kid. And he's mastered swing.
Yep.
Do you know what he could do for stepping if he got into stepping and somebody took them under the wing and gave him the foundation and brought him up right? Because see, what I'm looking at, people get with people with big names. Big names don't always want to teach you because they be scared you're going to get more pub than they get. See, I don't know if John know it or not, but he kind of strikes fear in some people hard and stepping. Look, watch this. Look at the spins and turns that kid know how to do.
I know. I agree 100%.
If you give him the foundation of stepping and teach him the original and the new school, he hit the world largest.
I already know. I told him that a long time ago.
Whoa.
I told him that years ago. I was like, bro, if you took the time and just like straight up just did this.
Yeah. Because let me tell you, I've had guys in the stepping game have told me when they teach, they say they'll never show somebody how to do everything they can do or get close to them. Because they might have to beat them in the contest. So right there, you already cutting people short.
How the old saying go? I taught you everything you knew. I didn't teach you everything I knew.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of what that does, that hurts the dance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Dance was supposed to be about helping people learn it as well.
Right.
But like you said, let me try to stay on subject. I don't want to go veering off, but I say swing and swing, stepping and stepping. It seemed like, but sometimes to me, it seemed like the swingers are trying to bring stepping close to them so they can try to figure it out. Yeah,
but hell, all they got to do is get with the right people, and they'll give them the game.
You ain't got to figure it out. You get the right people, you can get it.
Yeah.
And all these people that's trying to teach, everybody trying to teach can't teach.
And just because you can dance don't mean you can teach.
There's some people that can get down on the dance floor. That's what I'm talking about. Some people can't teach. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
If anybody take what I'm saying, hey man, look at hit dog will holler.
Man, I done got look. I done caught a few of them hollers.
Yeah.
Folks be coming, man. What you? Did we say something? Did we say something to
here,
offend you?
I played sports. I played football, a few things. I can't coach it. That's another level of. I mean, that's actually kind of being an expert at all facets of it. And everybody can't teach. You can show people what you know how to do if they can pick it up, but you don't know how to break it down and articulate it and give it to them.
Now, one of my YouTube followers here, C1, said, I felt that way. They didn't give us men enough attention in class. You can easily be discouraged. See, so there you go.
Yeah, and listen, hold up. And again, let me give you from experience. I'm gonna say it. Let me give you from experience from your boy. 2003, late 2003, 2004. I go home to Chicago. My buddies telling me they're not getting down like we used to. They doing it with a count. So I went to some classes. You understand what I'm saying? I went to some classes. I got in those classes and I paid. Listen to me. I think it was about 4 or 5 different classes that I went to and I paid. The instructors didn't pay me as a guy no attention. Didn't show me nothing. They were too busy entertaining all the women, spinning and turning and all that kind of stuff.
Being
got
sexy.
Laughing, having fun. And you got these guys standing. Matter of fact, I was standing, they didn't even show me the basic step. And I paid because they were too busy instructing the women, trying to get in their pants, trying to get that money. Yeah, I said it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But still, so I'm not speaking on what I heard. I'm telling you from what I experienced in Chicago, and then I understand it too. See, in Chicago, what they do to a guy, they teach you a basic step, right? Then they teach you how to do a left and right turn according to the number system, right? But then they say, you got to get the rest on your own, and it's easy to do that when you live in Chicago because you dance 7 days a week. Right. You can hang out, y'all go to each other's house and work out. Y'all can do all kind of stuff. Classes all week, parties all weekend, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? 50-yard line, the blue note, Vision,
Grand Ballroom, Vision, yeah.
Little small spots that people don't know about.
Hole in the walls, yes sir.
You can get out so you can practice your craft every day. You can practice your craft every day. People that don't live in Chicago, you don't get the guys enough attention. What they gonna practice? And see, the thing of it is, they tell people, well, you ain't getting it because you don't practice. How do you practice if you don't teach them how to practice?
Right.
It's an art to practicing.
Facts.
If you play sports, you didn't just go out on the field or on the court, you know what I'm saying,
and play. Ball.
You had to practice, and the coaches had to teach you techniques and different things. You know what I'm saying? And to get to a point that you had your own regimen outside of what the team did to help you practice to get ready for season, right? So it's the same thing. If you go teach somebody how to dance, teach them how to practice what you're giving them. And then they can practice. But you can't tell a guy, show them a move or something, don't explain it, and they're not really understanding. And then when they come in, well, I told you to practice. Telling me to practice, show them how to practice 2 different things.
I hope all my audience, I hope y'all out there soaking up this free game. I'm telling you, my man dropping it right now. Y'all better soak this free game up.
But I mean, but that's the way it is. You know what though? Here's something. I'm gonna throw this out. This is a freebie. This is a freebie right here, boss man.
Go ahead.
Check this out. People don't like the way things are being done for the teaching of the dance and workshops and all that kind of stuff. People crawling on top of each other because it's a hustle trying to make money. But the people that's learning don't ever say anything. Don't nobody want to say nothing. Don't nobody want to say nobody's name. Don't nobody want to put nobody on the square, whatever the case may be, to try to fix the stuff. But you complain that you don't like it. Then one all you people that have the most problems, once you fix it. Once you get out there and talk about what the problem is, who causing the problem.
Nah.
If you bringing people in that's not giving you what you say you want, whatever the case may be, call it out.
Yeah.
Or stop bringing.
Well, you know, a lot of people, and I'm playing devil's advocate. A lot of people are afraid to call it out. You know, this dance, fortunately and unfortunately, mostly unfortunately, operates a lot out of validation, and that's the unfortunate part. A lot of people lack the confidence that they should have to do this dance, not because they're not capable, but because people keep them on their heels, like you're doing it wrong, you're doing this wrong, and they keep these people feeling like they're not doing it right. If I had a quarter for every time I was on the dance floor with a woman and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I missed a turn." No, stop all of that. First of all, have fun, okay? Because it ain't that serious. And it annoys me when I see a woman who, first of all, she look good, she's smooth, she dancing good. The only thing stopping her is her. She getting her own way because she's worried about all the wrong things because people keep making them think that they not
Okay.
this, that, or the other.
Well, here you go. She's really not getting in her own way.
Mm-hmm.
These people who's teaching her or telling her is getting in her way, causing her to stumble. Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
You get guys on the dance floor, and because they haven't been taught the right way, they don't know what they're looking for in the dance or what they're supposed to see. And when a woman does something, because it's most women in the class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they getting told, make sure you count, take all your steps, move, do this, do your footwork, this, all that. They telling women everything they're supposed to do. But when you get with dancing with a guy, he ain't being taught none of the stuff that you being taught in class. The guys don't be in the class because half the time they get ran off. Mm-hmm. They lose interest.
Right now.
Yeah.
Jamila Salim on here said, and then a lot of problem causers are what the community calls heavy hitters. Who finna call out someone who everyone praises? And that's me. I apologize through an entire dance. There you go.
Well, look here. Hey, stop apologizing. Because matter of fact, look here. First of all, I don't call nobody no heavy hitter. That's the name that they gave people. They steppers to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them are trip. I'd be like, man, superstars are stepping just like wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't trying to hear all that old crazy stuff. What it is, but see these people that call themselves instructors, bro. Mm-hmm. They the problem.
Well, look, I'm glad you said that because you know the producer lady jump on my back every time I say these so-called instructors. She stop saying that. I'm not gonna stop saying it because everybody who call themselves an instructor is not an instructor. But go ahead.
First of all, a lot of them can't dance that good in these different cities. Mm-hmm. This doesn't fit all instructors. I'm talking about like across the country, you got people that call themselves instructors who haven't been properly trained or in the right instructors to teach people. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you out here and you teach women things and you don't know how to build up their confidence or encourage them. You're probably one of the ones who help breaking it down in the class anyway, instead of building them up. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to get with nobody that can actually help you build something, because some folks get kind of macho. You can find people who get a class, right? Mm-hmm. And then class got a class with them, and they got a spot, and you got 15 or 20 people. Even if you say I'm doing it for free or whatever the case may be, when you say I'm doing it for free, and here's the thing they say, I'm only teaching what I know. Whoever said you know anything?
Man.
Because they go somewhere, they may do a private with somebody. You don't get all the instructions from who you did the private from. You get a combination of something. You got it halfway jacked up. Then you bring it back and try to show your people. And when you can't explain it and they don't do it right, you got nerve to get upset when a hoop and holler at them.
Mm-hmm. Now, my man down there over here in Texas, the king of swing, Mr. Jerry Palmer, say they need to record the moves, and I'm going to respond to this, with their phone and go to the house and practice the moves the way it's taught. Now, Jerry Palmer, let me tell you, while I agree with you, here's the thing. A lot of these instructors don't want you recording. Ain't that something? They scared somebody gonna steal something from them. And then he says, our step instructor certified to teach. Jerry Palmer, now you get ready to take us down a rabbit hole that we've been on for a minute. So, no.
See, that goes back to what you said about swing, right?
Uh-huh. They're organized.
things have been done properly. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But these guys in stepping could be much farther than what it is, where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
If people go ahead, but see, people want to hustle.
Yep.
And they don't want to, they take out. They don't want to pay to get the right instructions, but they want you to pay them to instruct them.
Mm-hmm. Nah, ain't that something?
You know what I'm saying? You know, or they want to check out, or they want to stand around. Check out, they want to stand around and go somewhere with their arms folded or whatever the case may be, or try to look in the speaker, try to pick up stuff to take back to teach their class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's but see, another thing too, what Mr. Palmer has to understand, when you say record something, that doesn't necessarily work whether they record you. Because people ask me, can they record me? A lot of times I say, no, you can't. Mm-hmm. I said, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you how to do this first. Mm-hmm. Then we're gonna record you doing it. So when you look at the video, you see yourself doing it.
Right. And that's
so
the
you
better way.
You will know, okay, I can do it because that's me on the video doing it. Because if it was video, then why can't people just look at all the videos out on Facebook and on YouTube and pick it up?
Now, that's true. Because there's plenty of video out there, that's for sure.
Man,
these days.
It's out there, you can see everything. But see what Mr. Palmer got to understand too. He understands, even as a swing dancer, what he's looking at.
Right.
These people that's dancing, that's learning, don't know what they're actually looking at to be able to decipher it or to break it down.
In other words, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It could mean anything.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is, man. But stepping can do so much more.
So Joe, since we on this subject, we done went down this rabbit hole. Now I'm about to pull on you now.
There you go.
I got to, man.
This
it's time for your shameless plug. Let's talk about the curriculum and certification of dance based on where we plan to take this thing in the next year or two.
Okay.
Let's go on and talk about that.
All right. Give me a question.
Hey, okay, all right. So during your event this weekend, I noticed that you did an award ceremony. Give us some background on what that award ceremony was.
Well,
you handed out certificates.
I teach a basic dance. Mm-hmm. Watch how I say this. I teach a complete basic dance, structured, formatted, all of that. I'm gonna tell you something. Even when I say stuff like this on here with you, I hear people coming back or saying the same stuff. Yeah, I got a structured program too. But these structured programs y'all got is bits and pieces of stuff that y'all done got from somebody stuck on a piece of paper. That don't make it a structured program. That means you got some facts of things and a lot of stuff you put together and you telling people this is the structured program. Mm-hmm. Not understanding where a start and a finish actually goes.
Now,
but
since we talking about a structured program, and let's look at the difference between what they're calling a structured program and what you calling a structured program. Your students have a structured program at the end of which, upon completion, not these endless classes that you keep giving, receive accolade and certification in knowledge of that particular complete basic dance. Now, the difference between you and a lot of people is the proof is in your product. But go ahead.
Yeah, because see, what it is, you got people in the class, it don't take 5-6 years to get a basic dance. If it is, I'm instructors. I don't mind instructors. Majority of them don't know what they're doing. Now, watch this. You got people that's been instructing for years. They know how to teach what they've been teaching. Okay? But when it comes to a structured program for a start and a finish, and this is what I mean by start and finish. When you go to school, high school, or let's use high school, we ain't got or even college. You go there for X amount of years. They've calculated how many years it should take for you to get this degree, right?
Based on classroom hours.
Right. Now, when you get this program straight, right? and you taking these classes and doing all these things, when you finish at the end, you graduate, you're ready to go out into the world and start. Notice how I say this, and start a career, right? Your success is going to be built or based off everything that you learn while you're doing what you did in college. Because you got to remember, you coming out of college, you have no job experience.
Right.
So you got to build a resume. You feel me? And get out there and grow, and you learn more as you go. Some people be more successful than others. So let's take it back to the stepping thing. What I do in the program that I built is to give you a complete basic dance, not just a left and a right turn, but the other things that go with all of this. So when you step out, when you graduate, you are able to be able to look at things that people do, recognize, and pick up and add to your dance. I'm not teaching you how to build a skill set or a style. That comes after you have a basic dance. Some people are learning skill set moves and styles before they have a good foundation. I've danced with people who can follow certain turns and moves that they've been taught. But if I give them something real basic, they don't know how to move their feet in doing some of these things because they've been taught everything you do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I ain't gonna go into explaining it, but I'm just saying, I teach them a complete basic dance. So that basic dance set them up so they can go out and be more successful, to build a skill set and a style to become advanced or to become great. Or what's let me see, they get intermediate and advanced. It's to teach them how to be advanced in the dance. You see what I'm saying? But you got to have a basic dance foundation to be able to do that, because everything in this world has a foundation.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have no foundation, it's not going to stand. You know what I'm saying? Even the Bible says if you build a house on sand, it's not going to stand. When the wind and everything beat up on it, it's going to fall. Nah. But if it's a built foundation and you beat up on it, it's going to stand.
Boom.
So what I did when they finished the 12 months that I put them through, even before the 12 months is over, I have them to deal. They travel and go dance and to start putting the things that I teach them in play on the dance floor and learning it. You know what I'm saying? They come back and they talk about what happened, this, that, and the other, and I try to help them to understand where they're at, what they're doing, and what it's supposed to be. So when time to graduate, they got a complete basic dance. Are they experts? No. Are they advanced? No. But it's easy for them to become advanced because they're on the right track. They have everything they need to step out the gate. And they can always come back to me for something that they don't understand and need help with.
Okay, Joe, one of the YouTube followers is asking a question. I don't know if you can answer this, or you willing to answer it, or what you want to do with it. They ask a direct question. What are the elements of a basic dance?
This is what they got to understand first. Before I'm not even finna answer it. Watch this. I'm not even finna answer it. Because every time I say something, before I know it, somebody else, right?
Yeah, it's true. I've heard it.
And using it.
Yeah.
To try to say, yeah, I do this too. I got the same thing too. But I don't hear the same things until after I say something.
It's
so
true.
Tell that person.
I can attest to that. So
yeah, tell that person who asks that, because I can explain anything about the
thing.
Old school. Tell them to message me.
Okay,
Call
you heard
me.
it. Message him.
And I ain't got to. I explain it to him.
And trust me, he can explain it, and he can articulate it in such a way that even the most beginning dancer can understand it. Ask me how I know. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me. I've seen the man's work, and I can tell you unequivocally, you will get everything that you need from right there. Real talk. So.
This teaching instructors. As a matter of fact, I got a student course. I got an instructor's course. This is what I try to tell people. You bring people in for a weekend, right? How much you expect your people to get in the weekend? And this is what I mean. Basically, and I'm gonna say it like this here, from the new school, because the new school, learning the new school is different than the old school. The old school is easier to pick up than the new school, because the new school is more technical than the old school was.
That's true.
Okay, so you bring people in to help your people on the weekend. They do privates, they do classes, but that's not a structured class with all the basic elements in it. They just showing you how to do some spins, some turns. Women, you get a little footwork, but it's hard. The problem is with everybody is when you get the footwork and stuff, you don't know where to put it in the dance. Because one, ain't enough guys in the class to put you in the moves, or to instruct you and show you how to put the moves where they need to be. And then when you dance with a guy, you never get a chance to do the moves that you learned. Why? He don't know how to lead you into that stuff. He don't know how to put you in there. That's why every time a woman dance with a guy and try to do footwork, he'll say, wait. 7, 8. Because he don't know what she got.
Right.
So he be like, whoa. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he don't know how to follow or understand the dance system, or how to lead her while she's doing footwork and stuff.
Well, damn it, boy. That's what I'm talking about. So, sir, where's the next event that we can expect to see you doing your thing at?
I'm going down to Jacksonville, Florida, down there with Dominique and Tiff in February.
Yeah, for their event. That's gonna be a good event.
I
really hope I can make it. We're gonna be just coming back out of Vegas. I really want to make that event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dang on it, Joe. I think you done gave up enough game for the night.
Yeah. I be telling folks, man, look, when it come to me, you can't listen to what people tell you about me. You got to get with me yourself and find out for yourself.
Yeah, that's the best way.
And then, like I say, it's a lot of stuff that I guess I'm going to say a lot of people don't want them to learn. Keep you in the dark. But my thing is, I want to dance. We need younger people in the dance. We need guys. We need to dance and keep going.
Especially need more guys.
Yeah, quick and real quick, Brian. See what the problem is? And it's just not the dance. It's black people, period. This is why we have a problem holding things in place or traditions and stuff. Why? Because we are greedy, we're selfish, and we all about ourselves. And we don't come to the community. If I build, see, it's like people want to travel to go to these places and teach. I try to tell people, if you trying to be an instructor, want to be an instructor, come to me. Let me teach you how to be an instructor. Everything you need to be successful in your class. Why? That way you ain't got to call 100,000 people to help your class learn the dance. Now you can call people after they get their basic dance done. Then you can call people in to help them with some advanced moves and stuff.
I'm gonna add to that right quick. Let me show y'all. Let me explain something to y'all about what he's saying right now too. When he's done teaching this basic foundational part of this dance, this is exactly what you need before you even think about doing workshops. Number one. Number two, you will find, and I'm not talking about what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. When you get done with a class with Josiah Burt, you can go to other people's classes and workshops, and you know what you're going to say when you're there? Oh, I already know this. I already learned this. I don't need to spend this money to be here to do this because this came as part of my basic foundation. Like, I get it. I'm just telling y'all what I know. I'm just saying. So do what you want to with that.
Hey, it is what it is. But like I said, I need guys. And look, Brian,
fellas,
since we on,
y'all need to get with them. I'm telling you.
I got this. If you say 8-week or 16-hour, a whole weekend, original old school teaching them from the foundation, everything in there. I had 3 videos that I put on Facebook one time, and everybody was soaking it up. And I had people call me and say, "Hey man, take that off. You can't get that out for free like that.
Woo.
Man, look, people been trying to get that for years.
Woo.
You need to take that and make some money. So I'm going to take it and make some money. But the thing is, if people want the original dance, man, I got it.
Just to show you how cold it was, them 3 videos literally was damn near all you needed to get your dance going.
Yeah,
Dang, look, it was people hollering about them videos. When they came down, people was like, where them videos go? Yeah.
People want it. And I ain't finna charge, no arm and no leg. I'm gonna put a flyer together with Brian real quick. I'm gonna put a flyer together with Brian. I want people to understand this right here. It's a 16-hour course.
Mm-hmm. And
not only is it a 16-hour course, I'm only charging $20 an hour. So the whole course will be $400 to get the original. But listen to me now. This is not, I'm finna give you some stuff, then you gotta go somewhere else and get it. When I finish with you, you ain't gonna need somebody else to teach you this. You and everything else you'll get on the dance floor. I'm gonna give you ask Trina. Ask her.
All they gotta do is dance with her.
I want to teach her. I don't know why. It seems like people are kind of nervous about coming to me. Man, I want to teach. Look, I can't take this game with me. When I leave this earth, I can't take this game. We got to pass it on to people so they can get it and go with it. Mm-hmm. Look here. As a matter of fact, and I don't act up. I ain't trying to be funny. I mean, I ain't got the copyright to the original and the new school. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. So I mean, listen, and here's another thing about the original.
Hold on, stop. I don't know if they heard what you just said. He just said he has the copyright, not none of that BS we saw a couple of years ago. He has the actual copyright to the dance per step in written format in the Library of Congress, period. Now, I know everybody, we done heard stuff like this before, and people are like, oh, no.
Man, test me. I tell folks, test me.
Listen to me what I'm telling you. And there's been rumors about people having stuff in the past. There's been people claiming I own the dance and all that nonsense. This here the truth.
No one person can own the dance.
Right.
But I still have rights to it.
No D. Russo, the book is not for sale. Go ahead.
No. Hey, don't buy the book. Take the course. Listen, people understand. I wrote the manual for Chicago. So nobody can say this dance belongs to any other city or state outside of Chicago. That's what it was done for. That's why I put it there.
Not for him to say, I own the dance and I can do this and he didn't do it for none of that. It was done to lock the dance down as a Chicago cultural historic dance that is now owned by the people of Chicago. Period. Yeah. Nobody can co-opt it. They can't come behind us and say we did this. It's in writing. It is in the Library of Congress. You can look it up for yourself. It's there. Public record.
So that right there, not for sale.
Right.
But what it is for sale is the dance course itself. The original and the new school. The courses are. But the book for the manual, that's in the Library of Congress. That's not for sale. That belongs to Chicago.
Now, and like Susu Watson just said, at the end of the day, this dance don't belong to anyone. That's right, Susu.
Yeah. It don't belong to nobody.
Joe, Jamila Salim says she been reaching out to you and no response.
Tell Jamila, we're throwing that party. I've been kind of busy trying to make. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call him when I get up.
Back out to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him on the phone. I was kind of busy trying to get that event straight, man. So I've been kind of tied up. But I'm gonna holler at her as soon as I get off the phone with my homie Brian C4L. But
right,
hey,
C4L, baby.
But hey, I'm telling folks, man, reach out to me. Come see me. Come, man. Hey, I need to teach people this dance the right way. And another thing too. Last thing for real, Brian. Last thing for real.
Yeah.
I need this original. Everybody wants to get the original now. I need to get this original dance out the right way because people call themselves trying to teach it and they messing it up because they don't know. They don't learn bits and pieces.
People call themselves doing it and they messing it up.
Yeah, and they learning bits and pieces and they messing the dance up. They done messed up the new school because I call a lot of steppers now new age steppers. Not new school steppers, but new age steppers. All this other stuff they doing now. That's not in a disrespectful manner, but it's what people talking about always trying to change something. You know what I'm saying? Understand the evolution of the dance. The dance don't need to evolve no more, but understand the evolution of it from where it came from to where it's at now. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. It don't need to evolve. When you evolve something, it's continue to change. The dance don't need to continue to change. But the original, I'm gonna have to say something about this original. I can't let people go around calling themselves trying to teach this original and messing this up like they messed up the new school, calling themselves teaching and want to add everything in.
Right.
So I might pull a trump card.
To quote Reggie Miles, 8,975 turns.
I ain't even worried about the terms, as long as you get the foundation right. But I'm with you though. Learn the dance itself. The dance, the original got terms, but it was more dancing, footwork, and all that kind of stuff. Dance with your partner. Because back in the day, we went to the clubs and hung out. But nobody doing those spins and turns, just dancing. Hip hop don't have spins and turns; they just dance. So you ain't got to do spins and turns. You got to learn to dance though. All the foundational work. Man, let's get it on. I'm telling folks, come on, holler at your boy. Learn how to do it. Learn how to teach it. I ain't trying to keep it up. Anything I got in this dance, I will teach you and help you.
Joe,
you get me.
We got a couple of the guys on the YouTube line. They need contact information.
Contact information. Give them my phone number, B.
Put it out there.
You know, this what y'all need to do. Josiah Burt.
Right. Hey, get your pen and paper now. Get your phones out now.
Message me, Josiah Burt. And once you message me, I give you my phone number. We can change up and we can go from there. Because the biggest thing is teaching these guys. So I want you to take your dance that you learned from me and take it back home and teach others so the dance can spread like it need to. Come on, see me so we can get it on.
All right. So y'all can inbox me on Facebook, or if whatever contact you have for me, and I will provide you with the necessary information to reach out and contact Josiah Burt to get with him on his program. Right quick before we get up out of here, I see my girl Antonita is on the line, and just so y'all know, here in February, y'all, we're gonna be in Vegas. This is her event, Stepping Out of Africa into Las Vegas. Now, this is February 16th through 19th. We will be in the building, and we will be doing it big. $45, y'all. That's what the pass costs. That's until, I'm sorry, that was until December. Anyway. that was yeah, this is an old flyer. Okay, but anyway, but listen, let me tell you though, they're not much more than that. This is yet, because I talked about your event, Joe. You did a hell of a thing. With your event only being $25, man. Food, the venue, everything was phenomenal. $25 for a New Year's Eve party with a couple of hundred people stepping. It was off the chain, bro. You did that.
I might go to 45. I might go to 45 for 2 nights.
See there, 45 for 2 nights next year. Then we had All Girl Productions over there in Dallas do their thing on New Year's Eve. If you had dinner, it was $75, and the dinner was worth $75 by itself. $45 if you just showed up and didn't have dinner. Another phenomenal price for another great event. That was their first shot at the game, and they did a phenomenal job. Now, to add to that, Stepping Out of Africa. The passes, she got them on here for $45 up until December 1st, but I happen to know that they're not much more than that afterwards. What is it?
Men of 35.
Oh, men of 35. And what is it?
She said $35 for men.
$35 for the fellas.
And
45 for the ladies. Now, you got day parties, we got food, of course you got the music. Now, on the 17th, it's Safari Night. The 18th is the African Ball. Now, check this out. You can't beat free. 2 free passes with booked rooms. So, in other words, if you live in Vegas, it's 35 and 45. Or if you got somewhere else to stay. But if you book the room at the host hotel, the Palace Station Hotel and Casino, where we'll be, you get 2 free passes. This is the Irie Israel Cat in the Hat. You can't beat free program. You dig? And she fed us or she feeding us? You said she fed us. What you see how the producer lady is? She be over here throwing stuff in my ear while I'm trying to do this. What? At the last event we ate. Yes, we did.
Sure she's gonna feed it at this one too.
Well, don't put. That's not. No, don't be.
She's on the line. She can tell you. And
Okay.
She was conscious of people who don't eat meat.
Look,
Yes,
I know you
and
got
she
to
was
get.
very conscious of people don't eat meat.
Hey,
Huh?
look, I know you got to get somebody else online real quick. People, check this out. Somebody threw a New Year's Eve party in December, right? I mean, New Year's Eve party same time I did, right? I think Chicken Wing did one, and P. Fathom had one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want people to understand, even hearing it from me, that was no competition and nobody disrespected nobody. If you got 4 different parties in 4 different regions, different areas, that gives you the choice to go where they be closer to home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, ain't wasn't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, pick where you want to go. Have the biggest thing, as long as you get out, get your dance on, and have fun.
That's right. Absolutely, 100%. You absolutely correct. Now, back to this stepping out of Africa, y'all. So it's $35 for women, $45 for men, and this is also, y'all, gonna mark. And don't forget, y'all, this is African attire, so be ready for that. I'm gonna be ready. I got my dashikis ready. You dig? Also, what?
You mixed it up.
What I mix up?
It's
$35 for men and $45 for women. That's what I said, ain't it?
I thought you said something else.
You see what I gotta put up with? She do this to me every day. Lord have mercy. Anyway, this is also, y'all, the first ever DJ battle this weekend. On the 17th.
Wicked.
Yes, sir. On the 17th. You tripping. You better not do that with no stepping music. You're going to get kicked out the booth.
Man.
This is a $1,000 winner take all. All my DJs on the line, y'all. DJ battle. Steppers DJ battle. This is going to be, let's see, age 21 and over. Doors open at 8. First 10 DJs to sign up. The entry free with pass, or $35 at the door. So if you're entering, if you already got your ticket or you booked your room, entry is free. If not, it's $35. It's also at the Palace Station.
What month
$1,000 winner take all, y'all.
This was in February.
Yeah, February 17th.
Yeah,
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This event, and then going to Florida. I'm gonna try to make it the following weekend because it's the following weekend. If y'all want information on that Out of Africa event, you can dial 312-956-5992, and you can get all the information you need, baby. It's gonna go down. Oh, and also Antonita said she loved how California promoters came together for New Year's Eve. See, they had another New Year's Eve out on the West Coast. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a beautiful thing, man, when people can. Let me tell you something. And somebody made this point during the New Year's Eve show that we did. I think what we're going to see in the future, because I made a prediction. I made 2 predictions. We'll make 2. One, you're going to see a lot less events between 2023 and 2024. The costs are getting too high. People are tripping. People don't want to do all that, pay all that money, and then picking and choosing which events to go to. That's what's going to happen. A lot of people going to be giving events, and they're going to take a bath on them for a lot of reasons. And I'm not going to criticize nobody. I'm not judging nobody. Everybody should be able to do what they want. Everybody should take their shot at it. But the fact is, everybody is not going to be good at it. The same way we have instructors that are mediocre and lackluster, you're going to have promoters that are going to be the same. And your event is going to suffer, and you're going to lose a lot of money. So I want to see more promoters and people get together, collaborate, and make events happen. I think that's going to be a lot. We'll see a lot better quality events and a lot more happening in that regard. So, I forgot what my other prediction was, but I said it earlier. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, Joe, you still there?
Man,
oh, you look like you frozen. What, you watching TV, man?
I looked up and seen some on TV. You know, the basketball and sports, baby. Catch you.
Okay, that's what's up. So on the DJ battle, y'all can contact DJ Stretch. I know how to reach him. WSLS Radio, WSLS 89.1 FM, Swagger and Lace, and the Haters Corner. You can catch them and you can talk to them about that that's coming up, and I suggest that you get in it. Y'all better be glad I ain't getting in it because I'll take the money, you dig, but I got to work. So anyway, conflict of interest. So with that said, Joe, listen, man, I appreciate you coming on. Jack, congratulations on your event. It was off the chain.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, to everybody that came, appreciate you. Those you could make it, understand.
Yep.
Hey, man, You just party, have some fun, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Do your thing, and I'm holler at y'all later. Peace out. Peace.
Tell Mama we said what's up. You know,
All right.
and we'll see her soon. Antonita told me to tell you Army Strong, Josiah Burt, who are.
Hoorah.
So there you go. And I'm gonna say C4L.
Oh, well,
We gotta
for
have them
life.
connections, baby. You know what it is. With all of that, man, listen, Joe, I appreciate you like always, man. And we're gonna talk again real soon here. And
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna
know
keep
me
this
and you, we
ball
gonna talk
rolling.
to
Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this out there right quick. Yes, there will be an event coming up here in Texas where myself, Josiah Burt, Kevin Henderson, William Owens, and DJ Smooth Greenwood will be collaborating to put on the Juneteenth celebration coming up in June.
Hey, man, Texas got to have that Juneteenth
We
stepping
got
thing.
Juneteenth, baby. We locked it down. It's going down. Y'all get ready. Flyers will be coming out soon. We got a hell of a thing going on down here with the Juneteenth, so y'all get ready for that. This is a collaboration.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it do what it do, so y'all get ready.
Yes, sir.
Now, with that said, I'm about to get up out of here. Look at all the eyeballs. Uh-oh. They responding already, Joe. It's going down.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Man, look, I want everybody to have yourselves a wonderful evening, fantastic night, and all that good stuff. Joe, I'm gonna let you go, man. I ain't gonna hold you, and we're going ahead and get up out of here.
Hey, you know, I'll call you tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, I already know. I know.
Yeah.
Your phone about to blow up anyway. Let me get you off here so your phone can blow up. We got people gonna be hollering at you, man. All right, Joe. Peace, man. I love you.
All right, man. Peace. I love you too, Crib. I'll holler at you later, man.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all, we are doing a lot of things in 2023. It's time to make some bigger moves. It's time for us to, turn some things around, get a handle on some things, and make some things better. David Calhoun, my man, I see you. I've been seeing you all night. That's one of my ride or die. That's one of my homies from back in the crib. Old school stepper, still in the game, doing what he do. David, I'm going to need you to get ready to make your flight arrangements, man, for June. Come on down here to Texas and hang out with us for Juneteenth. I want to say first and foremost, man, Happy New Year to everybody. I'm not really one for resolutions and things that I'm going to do different because I try to live my life every day. And don't get it twisted. It's hard because I forget sometimes. But I try to live every day as full as I can remember to do with all of the day-to-day things, the trials and tribulations that we all go through. I want you all to also do everything in your power to remember that tomorrow is gone. You're not getting it back. So definitely don't dwell in the past, because the thing is, if you find something and you trip over it, it's behind you. Leave it there. Straighten your walk up and move forward. But make sure you keep your eyes open so you don't trip again. Tomorrow ain't promised. What we have is today. We got right now. Anything that was in the last hour of this show is a memory. Well, you get to rewind it. But everything that we've done is behind us, and we need to leave it there. And we need to not forget, because we do have to use our experiences as a way to build on our lives and move forward. But we also need to understand that there's a future coming toward us that we have to be prepared for. And even though we're not promised tomorrow, we still have to remember that we have to live in today. We have to live in the moment, and we have to make sure that we don't let things weigh us down. This 2023, y'all, I can honestly say that there was a time that I couldn't imagine what 2023 would look like. But here we are. And we're constantly moving forward. There'll be those who won't make it into 2024, just like many did not make it here with us. And shouts out to all of those who lost a step, who are no longer with us, and those who, we remember. But let's just remember for all of ourselves that we have to be the best of who we are in order to make the rest of the world the best place it can be. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Do you. You got to do you. We got to do us, man. As long as we do that and we show a little love toward ourselves, the more love we show ourselves, the easier it is to love everybody else. When you learn to understand people, there's less opportunity for you to become angry with them. Because being mad at other people, they don't care that you're mad at them. The only person upset is you. And guess whose health is suffering? Not theirs. Yours. Let it go. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of y'all for coming and kicking it with your boy. We had a long show tonight. It's been 2 hours because we had some great interviews and good conversation. Thank you. I love you all. And like Tony Adway always say, ain't nothing you can do about it. Have yourselves a prosperous 23. Let's get it, y'all. We going to do the damn thing. I hope you're going to do it with me. Peace.